the stunts that we got into in LA, it's like I had been living here for 5 years and I'd never gotten into things. Like literally we went out to a bar and we got asked to join a sex cult the first night that she was here.
Welcome back to the Zoo. We are here with Katherine Geren, who is the writer, star, and producer of Alyssa's Almost 30, which is coming out in the future. How are you?
I'm great. Thank you so much for having me.
What a great color on you.
Thank you so much.
I do like that.
Well, look at this piece right here on her wrist.
I wore this, especially for this. This is my
Thank
good
you.
vibes bracelet.
Oh, is it really?
Is that like a Wonder Woman kind of like, you know, thing?
For
It has
sure.
like a tower?
Totally.
Oh, is it like a crystal? What is it?
Yeah.
It's
Do you know what it
perfect
is?
if a guy gets too close in a club.
Exactly.
Just like
That's what I do.
biff him with it.
Just throw hands.
I love
that.
So tell us about this project.
Well, it has truly been a labor of love. I initially wrote it about 6 years ago when my cousin Amber visited me in Los Angeles, and she has since tragically passed away.
So sorry.
Thank you, thank you. And anyone that knew Amber knew what an amazing woman she was. I mean, she was like a blonde Megan Fox. She was gorgeous and hilarious. And the stunts that we got into in LA, it's like I had been living here for 5 years and I'd never gotten into things. Like literally we went out to a bar and we got asked to join a sex cult the first night that she was here. She just attracted
The
like
Nibum? What is that? What's that?
Why are you looking at me?
You read up on these things, Nikki.
What's going on?
And I was honestly, actually, when that happened, I was a little jealous because she got asked and I didn't. And I was like, well, wait a minute, why did you get asked, girl?
Because you have this good girl air about you, let's be honest. They're like, we're not going to break her and get into this cult.
And so I wanted to write a show about this, about, you know, being on the cusp of 30 and trying to find yourself in this crazy city. And then after she passed away, I was like, you know what? I'm going to do this show to honor her. And then right around that time, my own birth father contacted me out of the blue. I'm actually adopted. And that shook my world. I mean, to my core, I had my own crazy kind of quarter life crisis. It was not camera friendly. It was not cute.
Did you grow up knowing you were adopted?
I did,
Okay.
yes. And I have the most amazing adoptive parents. I actually have an older brother and he's adopted from a different family. So we had like this family that didn't really look like anyone, you know, growing up, but it showed me what amazing unconditional love and acceptance really is. And so when my birth father contacted me, I was like, you know what, I need to put this in my script. Wow. And so I combined those two stories and boom, Eliza's Almost 30 was born.
That's amazing. Yeah, you know, I mean, I have a friend who's adopted. It's something that we should probably see more of in, you know, entertainment, scripted series, and some of the stories that we talk about.
Absolutely.
Because that's a reality for a lot of people, and it's something that
sure.
maybe people don't quite understand if they're not in this situation, right?
Totally. And I think, you know, it kind of goes with the story of also like just not knowing any sort of parental figure. It could be maybe the father wasn't in the picture, the mother wasn't in the picture, and not knowing like where you come from, you know, because my adoptive family, as amazing as they are, they're white, you know, and I'm Latin. So my entire life, you know, I've kind of haven't been able to dive into the Latin side of myself. Only until recently have I been, and I think that's a really amazing story to tell as well, is like people coming into their own and finding this whole other side to themselves that they never knew existed.
I want to ask one thing about the story because in the show, you know, she finds out her roommate
is sleeping with her father. So the dad moves in.
Ouch.
So the dad moves in, and we have a really big name that's hopefully going to play that part.
Yes.
And so
We're gonna manifest it,
throwing that out there.
Spoiler
And so we wanted to add a little spice to it of, you know, my roommate kind of, I don't know, maybe being jealous of my life a little bit and wanting to kind of, you know, throw me a wrench of well, she's not gonna figure out her life too much. I'm gonna, you know.
Throw a monkey wrench in and just keep it.
Yeah.
And
It has to be a hot dad, though, right?
Yeah.
Who are like hot silver foxes?
Oh, you know what? Alejandro de Hoyos, who we had on a recent If you don't get the person you're talking about, there's another guy who's a Latino James Bond. He'd be perfect.
He'd be perfect. I mean, are you like Alyssa? Are you? I mean, is she like a loose extension of you in some ways?
I would say she's me combined with my cousin Amber. She's way more outgoing and wears her emotions on her sleeve way more than I do. I'm actually quite guarded and very private, and she's like, you know what? She gets broken up with by her younger boyfriend in the pilot episode and just falls apart. I mean, dances to Ace of Bases, I Saw the Sign in a liquor store, eats hot dogs with a homeless person, falls into a bush and calls her best friend while in the bush, and she's like, her eyelashes falling off, and she's just a mess. And she's like, I don't care that I'm a mess because this is what's happening to me.
Hot mess.
Hot mess, exactly. I'm not quite like that. I may be feeling it inside, but so yeah, it's a little bit of a combination.
You know what I'm excited about your show? Because I feel like growing up, I mean, it's a Latina lead,
Yes.
right? And
Yes.
it's gonna have some of your culture in it, I'm sure, or like a
Totally.
sense
Yes.
of culture. We might have had that with Jane the Virgin, but you're also talking about like turning 30, and I feel like that's
Exactly.
so like taboo to even talk about, you know?
Exactly.
Like you're just normalizing it, like.
Exactly, especially
life.
for women.
Yes, I hope that it's normal that people turn 30.
No, but like to be
I'm freaking out.
okay,
Yeah.
to be
I'm almost there.
okay to
Of
grow,
course.
you know?
Yeah,
like,
wait till you turn 40. Listen, Katherine, thank you so much for joining us. How can people follow you and keep up with you?
On Instagram, I am at Kat Geren, Katgeren, and I have a Facebook, and yeah, follow my journey.
You're going
Thank you so
places.
much. Thank you
Follow
so
her.
much.
Love
All
it.
right, thanks for coming.